Arbeit macht frei. This means if they work hard, they were believing they would be released. Okay, that was a big lie. So
this is this place where
z Opola Beosotowanego przez Nowy Targ stanowisko 16 na głównej punkcie końca. Prawa odjazd do dzielenia 110.
supposed to be this one. Number 10. Yes. So many people, maybe all of these guys go to Auschwitz. Oh, by the way, there I wear this quite relaxing sports outfit because my clothes are now being dried, but because of this rainy, cloudy, wet weather, yeah, it's still wet.
why have a ticket one more to pay.
English, German, Spanish, Italian languages are available for tour guide. We must pay, like each person must pay 30 US dollars about explore inside the museum without guide. That's free, we don't have to pay. But I had to wait like how many hours? Like almost 3 hours because transfer without guide. The time is quite limited, so so I just explored around this museum. I went to a supermarket. Okay, so that's how I spent this 3 hours. Okay. So this museum has hostel and also restaurant. I didn't go to restaurant, but hostel. It's right here, but for only for like maybe students. Anyway, we need to reserve in advance in group. Anyway, so in about 10 minutes, I would be finally allowed to go inside. Okay. Konzentrationslager Auschwitz Frauenabteilung. Staatskey. Art Nummer 4 60 813.
Anita Elizabeth Poland, Alexander Kulka, Paul Korngold, Aider Prinz, Witold Wytarczak, Marketa Jurema.
So everybody present here, presented here, during the winter and summer standing.
Los que sí, los que también me acuerdo para ver quiénですね。よいしょ。 So right here, 1 million of people died during 4 or 5 year period. In the war, mostly Jewish people. In that war, millions of German people, Russian people, anyway, humans, Polish people, Japanese people, maybe a bit American people as well, Chinese. A lot of humans died. Lost their lives during that war 80 years ago that took place. I would say this happened recently. This is not what happened a long time ago. This happened recently. Okay, imagine if you are, for example, 40 years old, you think your life was short or long. I think it was quite fast, quickly your life passed. But okay, so only 40 years ago, before you were born, this occurred. So, okay. So this is quite recent event which took okay. So in this place, Auschwitz, about 1 million people, mostly Jewish people, were killed. But also, I don't know the exact number. For example, German people also died. Millions of people died. Soldiers, also like civilians, like by bombing. Also in Russia, millions of people died. I think Russia, or at that time maybe Soviet, had the highest number of casualties. Also in Japan, compared with Russia and Soviet, it's much less, but I think about 3 million people died. A lot of pictures, like very skinny, and living condition was very poor, bad sanitation, but it was very common all over the world at that time, about 80 years ago. Also, people in Germany, a lot of people living in like very poor condition, very skinny. In most of the countries, I would say, also in Japan. Yeah. So, also I would mention one thing, like, okay, so all the countries were poor 80 years ago, and in poor economy, normally people have a lot of children. For example, like let's take my grandmother, for example. She had 9 siblings. Yeah, she's now 90 years old, and most of her brothers died as soldiers in the war. And okay, actually the Japanese government was paying for families having more babies, yeah, because they needed soldiers. And Okay, so in poor economy, in poor countries, still now, like Asia, Africa, one family have a lot of children. For example, this year I visited Iraq, and a guy I met, she has like 6 children, 6 or 5. So in that situation, lives in poor economy, lives of humans are very cheap. Poland, Europe, Germany, the entire Europe, except for Ukraine and like very east side, its economy is good. So each family doesn't have a lot of children, and it's very peaceful here now. It's no wars, basically. But in some time, very soon in the future, maybe maybe 40 years later from now, we would not have oil, natural gas. So I think even Europe, which is the richest region in this world, would become again poor. Then the same thing, this kind, would take place again, because we humans are divided by countries, ethnicities, tribes, by religions, things like this, also families. So my suggestion is we bet that the world should perish this kind of these groups, every kind of group, also including like spiritual groups, because I think I've been to 80 countries by now, taking about 20 years, and everywhere in this world, each individual, including me, is very weak actually. But once we form groups, many people come together, it can be very powerful and dangerous if they do something in a negative direction. So this is the typical case like war. So now we must stop making groups, but instead of belonging to groups, we should each person, each individual should be independent. Okay, so countries, ethnicities, tribes, families, religions, these are not good. So yeah, but maybe some people wonder why also families. Well, because okay, let's take South America for example. So now I'm going to this next year. I'm visiting South America for the first time in my life. In South America, basically no wars, international wars, but still they have a very high crime rate because of families. So some people were born in like poor families, and only a tiny portion of the population are rich. So rich people normally don't commit crimes, but poor people are forced to commit crimes. So basically in South America they speak the same language, either Spanish or Portuguese. No, basically I think not many ethnicities, but still they have a big issue, which is a high crime rate. So so families are not good. But I'm not saying like if a baby is born, he or she should be separated from their parent. No, that's not what I'm saying. But okay, Norway. I lived in Norway before, and in that country, the family bonds. It's quite almost not existing. I mean, because of the, for example, free education. Also, basically the gap between rich and poor is quite less in Norway. So, in this sense, maybe Norway. Doesn't have families inside the society. So what? Okay, so my wish is all the countries should be like Norway, good economy, low population. Okay, so countries, ethnicity, tribes, families, religions, these are not good. These are basically for weak people, because normally weak people needs to be in groups because they are so weak. They cannot be, they cannot exist mentally, because they cannot, they feel unsecure being alone. So that's why they go into religions and nationalism, this kind of thing. First, we don't need groups. We must become independent individually. And another key factor is the low population, because the natural resources like oils, land for agricultural production is quite limited. So the population, human population globally must become much less. To achieve this, families who have children more than one should pay higher tax. And also people who have no children should be exempt from tax, no tax. So if, for example, a family which has 3 children, they should pay like 3 times more tax than a family without children. I think this works, but now because of the countries, for example Hungary, I think that families which have many children, they pay quite less tax because they need more population to grow their economy. No, it's wrong. It's totally in the wrong direction. And this world doesn't need humans anymore. It's too much already. So the whole world should be one country, the world nation, okay? And also the population must be much less, because each person have enough food, natural resource. We don't fight basically, because yes. Also this war happened because about 80 years ago, too many people in Europe also very low agricultural productivity, so people were suffering from hunger. So that's why many people migrated to the North America. Okay, so anyway, in conclusion, we must be independent individually, each individual. So we don't need countries, ethnicities, tribes, families, and also religions. These families as well. These should be illegal, and each whole country should be like Scandinavian countries, good economy and low population. So also the whole world should be the global population should be much low. So families who have more babies should pay more tax. But maybe only one world state could be dangerous, because if the country goes to wrong direction, like dictatorship, people cannot escape to another country. So maybe better have different countries in this. So history recur. So if we don't stop making groups, the same thing would happen again in the future. Actually, it's already taking place in some parts of this world, like West Xinjiang, Uyghur in China, concentration camps, also a lot. Ukraine still now in war, Sudan, and also Israel, Palestine, Lebanon. So we must stop making groups, and at the same time we must lower the global population. So peace is much more important than cultural diversity. So we must, this is a must perish countries, ethnicities, tribes, families, religions. Okay, this is the bus going back to Krakow.